just how have you been since the last time we met?
Doing good. God keeps blessing us. The last time that we met, I think that our bus was 1 day old in our eyes. I think it had been around for a while, but we've been living on our bus, which is a huge change for us from the last time. Like van life is tough when there's 6 guys on the road at all times. We have 5 in the band and then another guy helping out. So that makes stuff cramped. And so to have Bubba the bus and go where he goes and get to sleep before we go on stage is awesome. So that's a huge change. And also, man, we've just last couple of years, we new album out and God continues to bless the songs and people keep telling us the stories of what it means to them, and that's what keeps us going, to seeing how God uses it in such an awesome ways.
Okay, so you mentioned this in the Q&A earlier, and I found it very funny, and so I wanted to ask you about it. You mentioned getting Toby Mac's phone number and pranking him. Did you actually do that, and how did it turn out?
We've never pranked Toby. He's a very dignified guy. He's really cool. Like, it seems like some people, like, there's a wave of cool, and like in the 80s, neon colors to wear were cool, and then that wave fell. And then like in the 90s, it was like grunge rock, and that wave fell, and like emo hair, like all those things. Toby Mac is always on top of the cool. He like jumps from wave to wave. So it's tough to like want to prank him. But he plays golf with our lead guitarist Sean sometimes too. So, and Sean beats him, but don't tell him we said that. But that being said, we have pranked Mac Powell from Third Day. I don't think he knows that we did, because we were so in awe of Mac Powell being on our phone that we had no choice but to listen for a while and then hang up on it. So when he answers the phone, "Hey, this is Mac Powell. Hello, who's this?" And you're just like, and then you just hang up. You can't do anything funny.
All right, so what's it like being on tour with Jason Castro?
Jason's amazing. Like, Jason is the most laid back dude. I don't think he's ever been mad once in his life. But that being said, like, really getting to know him as a brother is an awesome thing. He has an amazing wife, a beautiful little girl with the same blue eyes as him, and I remember him doing vocal warm-ups on one of the first nights, and his little girl was with us, and she was singing right with him, and it was just the cutest thing in the world. And just to get to know him on that level and know the family man of Jason and the beach-going friend that sometimes we hang out so much and play basketball and have fun that I forget, like, Jason can sing like nobody, nobody's business. He's so good, and sometimes when you're hanging out with friends, you forget those things. And then I stop and I watch his set, and I'm like, man, I love Jason with all my. He feels like a brother to me, and a brother that can really sing. And it was fun. We did a video today, just singing together. So, hey, bud. This is Matt. Matt does our social media stuff.
Oh, okay.
We're just doing video interview.
Awesome.
Having fun.
He's good at that. Awesome.
Trying my best.
All right, so you guys recently announced that you're releasing a Christmas album.
Yeah.
What can fans expect from that?
It's fun, man. We've written with a lot of people. Dave Barnes, if you guys are aware of him, that's like a jazzy, fun song. We got some classics. We wrote 5 brand new songs, and I think there's 7 traditionals. So it's a good mix. And we wanted the album. Our vision was that you could decorate your Christmas tree to it. That was our hope. We want an album that talks about the meaning of the season, the birth of Jesus, and we wanted to be able to decorate our Christmas tree to it and have some fun. And I hope that we hit that on all levels.
So what's your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite of all time is "Oh Holy Night," and we've already released that one, and I think it'll be on the album again, the version that we released. But of the new ones that we did, man, I think my favorite is this new song that we wrote called "Hey Moon." Of the ones we wrote originally, it's a song between the Bethlehem star and the moon, and he's remembering the night that Jesus was born, saying, "Hey moon, do you remember that time when Jesus was born?" It's a fun little lullaby kind of song. So.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
All right, what was your reaction when you found out that you'd been nominated for the Breakthrough Artist of the Year from the K-Love Fan Awards?
Well, K-Love has been so good to us. They're such an awesome station, and they do a lot all throughout the country. And so to find out that we were up for an award for Breakthrough Artist, like it was a humbling thing and an awesome thing. Like, we're actually going to play there in Nashville in a couple weeks and get to be a part of the show, and that's awesome as well. But we just love K-Love, and really was the coolest thing is it's the fan awards. All the fans vote on the category, so I think that's what an award show should be about. It shouldn't be about us. It's amazing. We won a Dove years ago, and it was really cool to know that people thought of us in that respect. But at the same time, you're like, man, we want to give this glory back to Jesus. And I think with the K-Love Fan Awards, they want people to let people be able to say their hearts and say what they love, and to know that we were in that mix somewhere, somehow. Like, man, that blows our minds. But more than anything, we just want that night to be about not celebrating us, but celebrating Him. So.
All right, so why did you decide to create your devotional series?
Devotionals, the Word of God is what it's all about to me. Like, I think it holds the answers, and a lot of people are saying, it's old-fashioned, or it's hard to read, it doesn't apply to modern times, and that is all wrong. I do believe it's completely wrong. I think that the Bible, especially the Gospels and the New Testament and the letters that Paul wrote about, and the love and John's books, I have a deep passion for them. And when it comes to devotionals, it's something that every day we need to start the day off in the Word. And so I thought that maybe if I could take each one of our songs and tell the people, tell folks what verse applies to each song, or what verse we actually started with before we wrote the song, that it would be kind of a fun thing, but also at the same time a chance every week to get into the Word. For those that maybe don't get a chance every day, I encourage you every day to get into the Word. But if you don't get a chance, these devotionals, maybe we'll get somebody to at least start a routine and start realizing that the Word of God is not only everything you need. It's also very inspiring. It also can be the difference between a good day and a bad day, depending on if you get cut off in traffic and remember the Word of God that He said before you yell at the person in front of you. There's a lot of things that go about it, but I think the short answer to your question is I love the Word of God. I wanted to share it. So.
All right, so what's the funniest thing that's happened on tour so far?
So far, this tour with Jason, man, our sound guy Jerry is a crazy dude. He does the sound for Winter Jam and for the band New Song, and this tour he's come out with us, and he is so funny all the time. And I think the funniest thing was we were out in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and there was this hippo hat thing. Like, it was like a hippo mask, like you would see a character at an amusement park wearing. And I was afraid to put it on, but Jerry forced me to put it on, okay? And I looked ridiculous, but everyone had a good time. And if I look ridiculous, everybody's having a good time, I'm game with it. And then after we did that, we went and we rode in a boat. It was like we were playing a boat race in Myrtle Beach, a dragon boat race is what they called it. And I was getting water splashed all over me intentionally by Jerry. So he's made this trip a lot of fun, and on top of that, is a great guy to be around. So.
All right, so what city were you most excited to visit?
Man, I love Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I love going to towns that I've never been to before, and we were in Jessup, Georgia last night. I've definitely never been there, and the people were so warm and welcoming. Savannah, Tennessee, some of these smaller towns, and they opened up their theater, and as a band we got to watch The Great Gatsby together, and that was fun. And then today we got so spoiled in Sarasota. We got to go to Lido Beach, and we all sat in the ocean and just enjoyed the beauty. I think that if I had to pick my favorite city, it would be Sarasota, Florida, of this tour for sure, because I'm from Indiana, and any day I can see the ocean is a good day if you're from Indiana. So I was definitely looking forward to this one.
Okay. All right. Other than the ones that we've already spoke of, what other projects are you guys currently working on?
Really, just that the Christmas album's our main focus. We're also just getting ready for the summer season, and Live Like That, our most recent album. We just released our second single, Help Me Find It, off of that, and so we're just continuing to play those songs and go out and support that album. So.
Do you have a special message that you'd like to share with your fans?
Man, for everybody out there watching, thank you guys, and really do appreciate our fans and our friends. We consider you guys friends, and if it weren't for our fans, we wouldn't be here. We would be singing songs still to Jesus, but you guys are the ones that take them in, and God uses you in our lives more than you'll ever know. If you look on our board, we got some drawings, and I got a new one today that somebody drew of a guy named Andrew about our song "This Is Not Goodbye," and it's things like this that fill our hearts up, because when we're away from our families for days or weeks at a time, I think that the only thing that gets us through are those stories of what's been on your heart and what God's doing in your life. And if it somehow lines up with a song of ours, it's an amazing thing to see God move. So thank you guys for being you.